The problem, many say, dates back to the British era, doesn't it, Mr. Ravindran? The British architect Edward Lutyens also recognized the flood risk of the Yamuna bank. Still, numerous infrastructural projects were built in this vulnerable area, including a ring road, several power stations and buildings such as the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium. Thousands of houses in Yamuna Bazar and Mayur Vihar, they were allowed despite knowing that these are vulnerable areas. So would you call these floods, this particular flood that the national capital has witnessed, would you call it a natural calamity or a planning failure?
Well, there are two ways of looking at it. First thing is that it's a fact that it's a natural calamity, that there's been excess amount of rain. And Delhi has a catchment which goes right back to the Himalayas, not only within the NCR region. So apart from what Mr. Sudhir Krishna mentioned, to have a proper NCR board plan for water management, apart from this, one needs to extend that plan right up to the Himalayas. That's the first thing. Second thing is that we cannot put all this blame on Lutyens, because Lutyens had nothing to do with the ring road. Lutyens had nothing to do with all the structures and flyovers and roads and bridges that have come on the Yamuna.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we cannot put the blame on them. The blame lies squarely with us. That is, within the current 2-3 master plans, the care was not taken. The first master plan was very careful, had not proposed any development in these areas where you see the floods today. But from the second master plan onwards, the whole mood changed and it moved more and more towards how to monetize land, how to make better benefit out of proximities to the center of the city and so on. And we started growing into the Yamuna bed. This is the main reason why one sees so much of tragedy now. Now, whether we did this plan or not in this manner would not have affected the quantum of water that comes from from upper regions. But at least we could have avoided the human tragedy that has accompanied this. If you look at the tragedy, it's the poor who are actually most vulnerable to the flood.
Right.
Both their homes as well as their livelihood is wiped out. Yeah. And they don't have the resilience, financial or economic resilience to be able to cope with the aftermath of the flood, which is actually a number of health issues, reconstruction issues, and so on and so forth. So there needs to be special care taken also from the human perspective on it. But the fault certainly lies in the way we have developed the city.